Hi yogis, how are you?
Happy end of June. I think it's June 29th today. We have made it to Maryland and are trying to get settled in. I'm in my basement right now and we have good Wi-Fi connection here, which is awesome. I am out of my yoga routine. How about you? Right? So today, just take this practice to your level or meet yourself where you are. We always do that, but especially be mindful if you have not been practicing to take it slow, take lots of breaks, drink water, and we will begin our practice by sitting in our chair, bringing ourselves back to the support of the chair, our feet to the ground, a comfortable distance apart, taking some movements to get settled in, palms to the legs facing down or palms facing up, and see what feels most comfortable. You can soften the gaze or close the eyes, beginning to notice what we've arrived like to practice today. Are we feeling energized? Do we feel a little slow to get started? What thoughts are running through us? What distractions? What emotions or feelings? What physical sensations? We allow ourselves to notice all that is going on. And then practicing our ability to not attach or define ourselves by all these sensations, distractions, feelings, knowing they're just parts of us. Begin to soften them, maybe let them go, knowing that they always try to poke their way back in, and that's okay. We allow it, and then we tell them to go away again, as many times as we need. Beginning to become more connected to our physical body. Maybe we notice our feet. Can we feel the bottoms of our feet through the ground? Maybe our feet are barefoot or in shoes, so noticing that connection. Feeling the breath move through our body. Where do we feel a rise on the inhalation and a fall on the exhalation? And staying with that noticing of the breath today, not necessarily trying to manipulate it or change it. Meet the breath where it is and notice. And just by noticing, observing what happens. Beginning to wiggle our fingers and our toes. I invite us to an intention for our practice today. I am grounded in this present moment. I am grounded in this present moment. I am grounded in this present moment. No matter where we are in practice, remembering our connection to the ground beneath, our feet to the earth, our earth to the feet. And we'll begin to open the eyes if they're closed. Begin to scoot towards the edge of the chair. Feet about hip distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. Begin to check in with the spine. Let's begin to lengthen the spine. Sit up a little taller with soft shoulders and a soft face. Not too much effort right now, just noticing what happens when we begin to think of a lengthened spine, a lifted spine. Feeling our sits bones in the chair. Feeling the crown of the head reaching towards the sky. And let's begin to move. Or we stay there. We can always stay there. We begin to lift our heart, arch our spine, pull our shoulder blades together, maybe even bend our elbows. Lift our chin. As we exhale, begin to tuck and round, chin to chest, cat pose. Slowly moving through our cows and our cats at our own pace. As we rock into our cow, noticing the shift of the weight towards the front of the chair. As we rock back, noticing the shift towards the back of the chair. And we'll come back to center. Let's shrug our shoulders towards the ears. Exhale, let them drop. Let's take that 2 more times. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, drop. 1 more time. And bring attention to our feet. Let's begin to tap our toes around. Any speed. Maybe scrunch the toes. If we have the space, spread the toes. I'm going to rock on the feet a little bit, maybe side to side. Begin to lift the heels. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Let's lift our toes. Inhale, lift the toes, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the heels, exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, lift the toes, exhale, lower the toes. Maybe we stay at this pace. Maybe we speed it up a little bit. Inhale, toes, exhale, heels. Whatever feels inviting to your body today. What do you need for your practice? And then we'll bring both feet back to the ground. Let's once again tap our toes, any speed, and back to center. Let's let our knees come in and out. In, as we open our knees, we'll inhale. As we exhale, we'll bring our knees together. You might notice I also haven't taught any yoga in a couple weeks, so forgive me if I stumble over my words. Inhale, open the knees, exhale, close. And we'll bring our knees back towards each other. If you have the ability, walk the feet out a little more. See if you can stay tall in the spine. Notice the sensations for the legs and the hips here. And then take the feet towards each other, walking the feet as close together as we can, and then allowing the knees to open up, noticing the sensation here. And then bringing the feet back to center. Let's begin to move the arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. At the top, let's open and close our hands a few times. And let's inhale, exhale, float the arms down, round the shoulders. Inhale, float the arms up, pause at the top as we open and close our hands a few times. Exhale, float the arms down, round the shoulders. 1 more time. Inhale, sweep the arms up, open and close the hands. Exhale, float the arms down, round the shoulders. Feeling the feet connected to the earth. Let's bring our hands to heart center and bring our arms to our cactus arms, palms facing forward. Spread the fingers. Let's begin to pulse. Pulse the elbows backwards. Inhale, exhale. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, noticing the sensations, the experience through the arms. 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands to the heart, shake out the arms, round the shoulders. We'll bring our hands back to our lap. Let's begin to move our neck a little bit. Let's inhale to center, exhale, drawing chin to chest. Inhale, looking up a little bit, not overextending the neck, exploring our range of motion today. Nice and slow, making sure we don't feel dizzy with any of these neck movements or lightheaded. And we'll come back to neutral, chin about parallel to the earth. We'll begin to rock our head side to side. And back to center. We're going to turn the head side to side, shoulders stay steady. So turning the neck only as far as we can keep that steadiness through our shoulders. And back to center. Let's massage our hands. Massage the fingers, the palms, the backs of the hands. Let's take our hands into fists, or not fists, let's interlace our fingers. And then flip our palms out and away from us, stretching through the space between the shoulder blades. Maybe we drop our chin to the chest. Can we keep a lifted spine? Where do we feel this in our body? Do we still have a nice fluid breath? Let's bring our hands back to heart, palms to touch. Let's take that one more time. Once again, flip the palms away from us, chin draws towards the chest. We can always lower the hands, explore the angles here. Bring our hands back to our heart, palms to touch. Let's inhale, sweep our arms out to the side, palms facing forward, squeezing the shoulder blades, maybe adding a little arch to the spine. As we exhale, let's draw it in, give ourselves a hug, noticing which arm is on top, rounding the spine slightly. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug. Let's take this several more times. No rush. Continuing with this flow, a few more rounds. And we'll take one more, then we'll be back in our seated mountain pose, palms by our side, palms facing forward, lengthening through the spine, feet on the ground, feeling our feet connecting to the earth. From here, let's take our hands to our lap, palms facing down. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's continue to flow with our seated sun salutations. Inhale, arch. Exhale, cat. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, hands to heart center. And continue to flow at your own pace. Maybe one of these positions feels really interesting or nourishing, and you want to pause there for a breath or two. You have permission to do that. Or keep moving, keep flowing. Let's take one more full round. We'll meet back with our hands at our heart. Pausing here for a moment, placing one hand on navel center, one hand on heart, checking in with our breath, checking in with our heartbeat. And bring our hands back to our lap. Let's lift our right arm out to a cactus arm. Pause here, and then lift our left foot off the ground. Pause here. Lower both. Lift our left arm, cactus arm, right foot, and back. Let's continue to explore side to side. Maybe today it feels the best to only work with the arm or the leg. We honor where we are today. But is it because we genuinely can't do the movement, or are we feeling maybe like we think we can't do it, or we don't want to do it? Just being curious. And then we'll begin to tap. So let's take left hand, right knee, right hand, left knee for our cross crawl, crossing those energies. And continuing here several times. This adds in a little bit of rotation maybe to the torso. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll meet back in center from here. Let's shake it out a little bit. Shake it out. And we'll come back to center. Take a moment to pause. From here, we'll begin to step our right foot out to the right and back in. Left foot out to the left and back in. And continue to flow your breath, your pace. Let's think inhale, open, exhale, close. Get into the hips a little bit more, the inner and outer muscles. Kind of noticing the tightness. That's what I feel. Or do we feel pretty open and mobile? Next time our right foot is out, we'll pause. We can stay right here or begin to explore stretching out our left leg any amount. Bringing hands to our heart, we'll reach our arms out to shoulder height, palms facing down. Beginning to turn our head to look to the right. Softening the shoulders, lengthening the spine. And breathing. Let's keep our legs where they are. Let's bring our arms up and overhead. Inhale at the top. Exhale, cactus our arms. Inhale, let's stretch our arms out. Exhale, float our arms up and overhead, palms to touch. Inhale here, exhale, cactus. One more time. Inhale, lengthen the arms, palms facing down. Exhale, palms to touch overhead. Exhale, cactus arms. Shake out the arms, round the shoulders. Let's bring the legs back to center, sway a bit, side to side. And we'll come back to mountain between sides. Reset, reconnect with the earth. Let's step our left foot out to the left. We stay right here or explore stretching out our right leg. And once again, pausing for a moment, noticing sensations. And then bringing arms up, palms facing down. We can always bend our elbows. Beginning to turn our head any amount to look towards the left. Taking a couple breaths here. Bring our head back to center. Let's reach arms overhead. Exhale, cactus our arms. Inhale, reach them long. Exhale, float them up. Inhale here, exhale, cactus. One more time. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, float them up. Pause. Inhale here, exhale, cactus. Back to warrior two arms. Lengthen them out. Shake out the arms, round the shoulders. Let's bring both knees back to center. Once again, sway side to side. Pause for a couple of breaths in our seated mountain. And begin to work towards a standing position. So we'll scoot towards the edge of the chair. We'll work on our sit to stands. We'll take several here, no need to count. We'll inhale, go ahead and stand. Exhale, sit back in the chair. Take our time. Remembering through our practice today, or maybe picking a movement that we could practice every day that seems functional, that seems accessible, that seems beneficial to our bodies, our minds. And it's really the most important yoga practice is that daily practice. But it doesn't mean to be for 45 minutes every day. It can be 2 minutes. It could be 5 minutes. Next time we come to standing, let's pause. We'll root down through our feet, find a comfortable distance. Begin to sway around, explore moving side to side, front to back. Let's open and close our hands a few times. Let's round our shoulders. Let's just shake it out, shake it out. Sometimes you just need to shake it out. And I'm just gonna move my chair to my mat. And standing behind the chair, stand here for a moment. Once again, get rooted in my mountain pose. And stepping the right foot back, bending in through the left knee. Our stance can be any amount. We'll keep our heel lifted. This is our high lunge. Pause for a moment, step it back, mountain pose. Sway it out a little bit, and we'll step our left foot back. High lunge, step it back. And continue to move through this flow at your pace. Noticing the balance challenge this might be. You're stretching through the back leg, adding a little strength component to the front leg. Can we keep a lifted spine? Can we keep a fluid breath? And we'll come back to mountain. Begin to sway forward, backward, side to side again. And let's take our hands anywhere on our hips, widen our stance a little bit, begin to circle around. And switch directions, bending through the knees, and back to center. Then we'll step our right foot back, bend into the left knee, but let's open our right foot a little bit. So toes slightly turn out, the right foot is completely planted on the ground, as well as the left foot, our warrior two. We're facing the back of our chair if we're using a chair. Our shoulders are stacked over our hips, facing in the same direction as our left foot. Let's begin by bringing hands somewhere on the hips, lengthening through the spine, thinking of kind of rooting yourself into the ground, but at the same time lengthening through your spine, reaching the crown of the head towards the sky. And let's take a few full breaths. Inhale and exhale. Now we'll begin to straighten the left knee and reach the arms up. If you need to keep one hand on the chair, that's okay. Keep one hand on the chair. And then we'll bend the left knee, come back to our cactus arms. And we'll flow 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend and cactus. One more time. Inhale, straighten the knee, reach the arm or arms up. Exhale, cactus. Let's bring our hands to our heart. Step our right foot forward. Take some time to sway it out, circle it out, shake it out between sides. Stepping left foot back, right knee bends, left foot turns out. Left foot is completely planted, so is right knee bends. Hands to the hips to begin, as if you're trying to kind of root yourself to the ground as you lengthen through the spine. And breathe. Opportunity to reach one or both arms overhead. And then let's inhale, straighten the front knee, the right knee. Exhale, cactus the arms as we bend the knee again. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Pausing here. And step it forward, mountain pose. Again, take some time to sway it out, shake it out. And then we'll turn our bodies. So we have, wherever we have space to open up our feet wider than hip distance, toes and knees turn out. If we need the chair, we can always place the chair in front of us or step behind the chair, and we'll work on some wide squatting here. So today I'm going to keep the hands on the chair, focusing on the legs. Let's think of inhale to stand up, exhale to squat down any amount. Maybe our squat today is a tiny bit. Maybe it's a little further. No judgment, no competition. We are where we are today. Listening to the body. Maybe as we do several rounds, our bodies will feel warmer and we'll be able to go a little further. Maybe one side feels a little tighter today, so that might be restricting. Couple more. Nice. And we'll bring both legs back together. Shake it out for a moment. And then we'll bring our feet a little bit closer and we're going to come into our chair pose. The feet about hip distance apart. I'm once again going to keep my hands on the chair. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bend the knees, press the hips, booty back. Keep the spine long, hands on the chair, shoulders open, collarbones broadened, chin slightly lifted, gaze is lifted. Inhale, stand back up. We'll take 4 more like that. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, chair. Inhale, stand. Exhale, chair. Feeling what's going on in all the leg joints as we do this, right? And we'll pause back in mountain. For this mountain, let's think of pressing firmly through the feet, engaging the big quadriceps at the front of the legs, engaging the glutes, pressing down through the feet, finding strength through the legs by only standing, engaging the core. Imagine those rib cages are trying to pull towards the hip points. We keep our shoulders open at the same time and lifted. And we breathe. And let's let it go, shake it out, nice work. We'll come to standing and we'll prepare for our tree pose. I invite you to take tree on either side today. So shifting your weight to one foot, opening up the opposite hip any amount, maybe the heel rests on the ankle. Maybe your tree today is the knee faces forward, heel lifts off the ground. Pausing for several breaths in your expression of tree. The hands and arms can stay down, or you can begin to explore lifting and growing your branches. Maybe your branches are waving in the wind. Maybe there is no wind and it's just hot and humid. Being present with yourself, grounded in this moment, feeling the feet, the earth beneath you, feeling the strength and the balance of your body. It's right where it needs to be today in this moment. Let's take some time to release the tree, take a little movement, and then mountain between sides. And then we'll take it to the opposite side whenever we feel ready. Again, each side might look and feel different. Continuing to fully breathe, remembering the breath. Not so much trying to manipulate it or control it today, but observing it, noticing what happens by the simple art of observation, how it actually might change the breath. And we'll release tree on the side. Take our time to arrive back into our chairs. We'll check in here for a moment. Here we will practice a flowing eagle to begin. So we're going to be doing some coordination. So let's be a little playful here. Try not to take it so seriously. Easier said than done. We will cross our left ankle over our right and our right arm over our left in a hug. Now we're going to flow here, so we're going to open back up, spread the wings, open the knees, and then switch the cross. So now the right ankle over the left arm on top, and continue to flow here the best you can. And it might not look like a perfect flow. It might be more, discombobulated, a little less fluid. That's okay. It's about the practice. There's no perfection here. And we're having to do a lot of focus and thinking. So you want the opposite ankle on top as compared to the arms. That was more confusing. So right ankle on top of left as left arm is on top of right. And if you just seems like too much, do the best you can, make up your own expression. Either way, we're getting some good brain work here by crossing midline. It's helping to strengthen those connections between the right and left brain. Take a couple more. We'll meet back in either side of your eagle pose. Let's think of lifting and lengthening through the spine, giving ourselves a nice hug, really squeezing the inner legs together if we can. Full inhale, complete exhale, softening the shoulders, softening the face. And then go ahead and switch the legs to begin, and then switch the arms. And once again, give yourself a big hug, squeeze the knees towards each other. Maybe even bring the chin towards the chest this time, but can we keep the shoulders away from our ears? Nice work. Let's round the shoulders, maybe shake out the arms a little bit. Let's once again take our knees wide. Right hand to right knee, left hand to left knee. Begin to keep the legs nice and stable the best you can. And begin to shift the torso side to side. So you're like rotating as if you're trying to bring opposite shoulder towards opposite knee. Or in that direction. I'm not really trying to touch the two together or anything. The next time you shift your left shoulder kind of forward towards the right, let's pause here, pressing left hand into left leg into left hand. Breathing, where do we feel sensation in our back, our arm, our hip, our legs. Taking it to the other side, leg into hand, hand into leg, add some rotation. And back to center. Let's bring our legs back together, scoot back towards let's stay forward. We're going to add some rotation, so we might want to stay forward if we can. Let's bring our fingertips to our shoulders. We're going to add some real kind of quicker movements here. Rotating side to side. Not really worrying so much about form here, just kind of getting that energy flowing. Noticing what it feels like in the spine. And then slow it down. Slow it down, hopefully we don't feel dizzy. We'll bring our hands to our heart. We'll take our left hand to our right knee, right hand to our lower back, hip, or chair. Pause wherever you naturally rotate to by only placing the hands in those spots. Let's really think of rooting through the feet, through the sits bones, lengthening through the spine. And then begin to pull the right shoulder blade towards the left, seeing what happens to the upper chest. And then maybe intentionally trying to rotate a little bit more. Without too much effort. Maybe the head wants to turn even more. Maybe it wants to stay where it was. Let's take 3 full breaths, 3 more breaths. Slowly unwind. Before coming to the other side, let's round up the shoulders, take any wiggles. Let's take right hand to left leg, left hand to the hip, lower back or chair. Remembering we're going to start right here. Where does this naturally take us? And then begin to pull the left shoulder blade towards the right, opening up the front of the left chest, the left shoulder. Staying right here or beginning to rotate a little bit more. Allowing the head to move wherever it would like. And breathe. 3 full breaths. And we'll slowly come back to center. And let's inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands to the knees and begin to round into our cat pose. Chin to chest, rounding the spine. Let's sit back up, inhale, reach up. Coming back to that rounded cat, or allowing the arms to come towards the shins, rounding forward a little bit more. Taking a couple breaths, engaging the core to lift back up. Reach the arms back and overhead. Exhale one more time. Option the hands on the knees, or slide the hands lower, rounding forward a little bit more. Let's pause for 3 more breaths. Slowly begin to lift ourselves back up. Check in. From here, I invite you to take any last movements, shapes, stretches that you might want. Maybe you want another neck stretch. You want to stretch out your arms. Or another rotation. Maybe you want to scoot on back to your chair and you want to settle in and prepare for your Shavasana. So take your time for any last movements that might sound interesting to your body, nourishing to your body, to prepare yourself for a few minutes of stillness. And then meet me in a seated Shavasana, a comfortable position where you feel supported by the ground beneath your feet, the chair, supporting your back and your hips perhaps. Seeing if we can keep a nice lengthened spine though. This allows the energy to move up and down the spine fluidly without any constriction. And we can soften your gaze towards the earth, or if it's comfortable, we close the eyes. And let's bring attention to our right hand thumb today. Our right hand thumb, right forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, right palm, right back of hand, right wrist, right forearm, right elbow, right upper arm, right shoulder, right collarbone, right side of the chest, right side body, right hip, right upper leg, right knee, right lower leg, right ankle, right foot, top of the foot, sole of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Inviting in a little bit more attention and relaxation to the whole right side body. And we'll draw attention to our left hand thumb, left forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, left palm, left back of the hand, left wrist, left forearm, left elbow, left upper arm, left shoulder, left collarbone, left side of the chest, left side body, left hip, left upper leg, left knee, left lower leg, left ankle, left foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, the entire left side body. Bringing awareness back to the right side body, the left side body, on both sides at the same time. Bringing attention to our tailbone, our sacrum, the lower back, middle back, upper back, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, both shoulder blades, space below navel center, above navel center, up through heart center. Awareness travels to the back of the neck, the front of the neck, the throat space, the back of the head, right ear, left ear, both ears, right temple, left temple, both temples, right cheek, left cheek, both cheeks, right side of the jaw, left side of the jaw, the entire jaw. Attention to the chin, the lower lip, the upper lip, both lips, the entire mouth. The right nostril, left nostril, both nostrils, the tip of the nose, the bridge of the nose. Right eye, left eye, both eyes. Right eyebrow, left eyebrow, space between the eyebrows, both eyebrows. Forehead, softening the skin of the face, softening the scalp of the head, resting our awareness on the crown of the head. Inhaling here, perhaps imagining a bright white light entering in through the crown of the head. As you exhale, this white light travels down the entire body, inviting in a sense of calm, healing, love, peace, harmony to all of the systems, all of the layers of your being. I invite you to enjoy the next moments of rest and stillness. You'll hear my voice again shortly. Again, to bring our awareness back into this present moment, back to our physical bodies. Beginning to notice any effects of our practice. Beginning to wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. We'll gather hands together at heart center when we feel ready. And guide us through a chanting of Om to seal our practice. Inhaling together, exhale Om. I want you to take the next moment to thank yourselves for arriving to your practice today. I hope you can take part of our practices into your everyday lives, even if it's only for a minute a day or two. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you, carefree chair yogis. I hope that this class finds you well. If you have any requests, please let me know. Any body parts you need some work on, or particular poses, or if you want to work on balance or strength, please let me know. And I hope to hear from all of you soon. Namaste.